Have you ever looked at your bank account and thought, how is this going so fast? You're not alone. For so many seniors, retirement doesn't feel like the relaxing reward it was promised to be. Instead of peace and comfort, it often comes with money stress, unexpected costs, and the sinking fear that your savings might not last. And here's the thing. It's not always about how much you saved. Sometimes it's about the costly money mistakes you never knew you were making. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you took a close look at your monthly expenses? Not just glanced over them, but really sat down and thought about what's essential and what's slowly draining your money without giving much in return. Most people over 60 are surprised to find they're still spending like they did in their 40s and 50s, even though their priorities and lifestyle have changed dramatically. This is why we're having this conversation today, because you deserve to enjoy your retirement. You deserve the peace of knowing your money will take care of you, not the other way around. In this video, we're going to talk about 4 of the most common financial mistakes seniors make after retiring and how you can fix them starting right now. These aren't little budgeting tips you'll forget tomorrow. These are real shifts that can protect your well-being, your future, and your freedom. Let's begin with one of the biggest silent killers of retirement savings: holding on to unnecessary expenses out of habit. You know that cable TV package you haven't touched in months? Or the 2 cars sitting in the driveway when you only use one? These aren't just harmless leftovers from a different phase of life. They're financial leaks. And over time, even small monthly costs can quietly eat away at the money you worked decades to save. The fix? You don't need to cut everything. Just ask yourself one honest question. Does this still serve me? If it brings you joy, keep it. If it just brings a bill, let it go. Downsizing isn't failure, it's freedom. And every euro or dollar you save on things you don't truly need is money you can spend on what actually matters: your health, your hobbies, your peace of mind. Now let's talk about another common trap: overhelping adult children. It often starts with love. You want to be there for them, especially if they're struggling. But when helping turns into funding their lifestyle or paying their bills long-term, it can backfire, leaving you stressed, financially stretched, and unable to support your own future. This doesn't mean cutting them off or turning cold. It means creating healthy, loving boundaries. Support them with wisdom, not your wallet. Share what you've learned, offer guidance, but don't feel guilty for choosing your security, because the truth is, if you run out of money, they won't just lose support. They might feel responsible for taking care of you later on, and that's not what you want either. Take a deep breath with me, and just sit in that truth for a moment. You are not selfish for choosing peace over pressure. You've already done the heavy lifting for most of your life. Now is your time to preserve your energy, your health, and yes, your finances. We've started this journey with 2 big truths: that not every monthly bill deserves to follow us into retirement, and that love for our adult children doesn't have to come with a price tag. Now let's go even deeper. Have you ever thought to yourself, I've earned this, why shouldn't I enjoy it? That's absolutely true, you have earned this. Retirement isn't meant to be punishment. It should be a celebration of your life, your effort, your wisdom. But there's a hidden danger in that thinking too. And it's our next big mistake. It's called lifestyle creep. It happens slowly, almost invisibly. Maybe it's upgrading the car when your old one still works perfectly, or booking a trip that stretches the budget just a little too far, telling yourself you'll figure it out later. Sometimes it's little indulgences that add up: dining out more often, spending on hobbies without tracking, or simply forgetting how quickly small splurges can become your new normal. Now don't get me wrong, you should enjoy your retirement. But the mistake here isn't in spending, it's in spending without intention. Here's a simple fix. Create a fun money budget. Set aside an amount each month for whatever brings you joy, guilt-free, no spreadsheets, no overthinking. But once it's gone, it's gone. This protects your savings while still giving you the freedom to enjoy what you've worked for. The happiest retirees are the ones who know their limits and still live richly within them. And if you're in a relationship, this is a great conversation to have with your partner. Are you both on the same page about spending, travel, giving, and saving? Sometimes it's not the numbers that create stress, and it's the silence around them. Start talking kindly, openly. You might be surprised how much peace that brings to your home. Now, let's look at the fourth mistake. And this one can feel the most frustrating because it sneaks in under the radar. Ignoring inflation and rising costs. You may have saved for retirement based on what things cost 10 or 15 years ago. But, as you've likely noticed, prices have gone up, sometimes drastically. Groceries, medical bills, utilities, even simple things like shampoo or a haircut. It all adds up. If your retirement income hasn't adjusted to keep pace with inflation, it's like earning less each year without realizing it. And that gap can quietly chip away at your financial security. The fix? First, track your real spending over 3 months. What are you actually paying today? Not what you used to pay. Then, see where you can make small, painless adjustments. Even things like switching pharmacies, buying in bulk, or finding senior discounts you never took advantage of before. It all makes a difference. And if you haven't already, talk to a financial advisor, ideally one who specializes in senior planning. Even a single conversation can give you new tools, insights, or strategies to stretch your savings and protect your future. You see, retirement doesn't mean giving up control. It's about regaining it. And when you catch these financial mistakes early, you don't just save money, you buy yourself something even more valuable: peace of mind. Take a breath with me. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale slowly. You are capable of managing your money with grace, wisdom, and ease. Starting today. By now you've seen just how easy it is to slip into patterns that quietly drain your money and your sense of financial freedom. But here's the good news. Awareness is the first step toward control, and control brings peace, clarity, and confidence. Let's take a moment to come back to your breath. Inhale. Let it fill you with calm. Exhale. And release any old regret. You are not too late. You are not behind. You are right where you need to be, and this moment is a perfect place to start fresh. Now let's talk about the fourth and final mistake: not planning for the unexpected. So, many seniors prepare for the everyday costs of retirement: housing, food, a few fun outings here and there. But what catches people off guard is the unexpected. A sudden medical bill, a broken heater in the middle of winter, needing home help sooner than planned, or in some cases, a financial emergency in the family that you're tempted to fix. Life, after 60, still throws curveballs. But unlike in our younger years, we don't always have decades to recover from them. That's why having a dedicated emergency fund, even in retirement, isn't just smart. It's essential. Let me ask you gently, do you have a little cushion set aside just in case? If not, this is your invitation to start, even if it's just a little at a time. A few dollars here, a few there. Build it slowly and quietly. Treat it like a friend that sits beside you quietly until you need it most. And remember, being prepared doesn't mean living in fear. It means choosing peace over panic. It means being able to say, whatever comes my way, I'll handle it. That kind of calm, it's priceless. Let's breathe together once more. Inhale. Feel the strength in your chest and the wisdom you've earned over the years. Exhale, and let go of anything that tells you you're too old to start making smart money choices now. Here's the beautiful truth, my friend. Retirement is not the end of your financial story. It's just a new chapter, and you still hold the pen, whether you're correcting a few old habits or simply tightening things up so you can live with more freedom. Every step you take matters, and it's never ever too late to make your money serve you, not the other way around. So today, let's commit to just one small action. Maybe it's canceling a subscription you don't use. Maybe it's having that honest talk with your adult child. Maybe it's writing down your monthly spending for the first time in years. Whatever it is, know this. One thoughtful choice made today can ripple forward into peace, protection, and purpose for years to come. If this message spoke to you, I'd love for you to share your experience in the comments. What's one thing you've learned about money later in life? Your wisdom could help someone else. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and like this video so we can continue to build this beautiful community of wise, empowered seniors. You deserve to feel financially safe, seen, and supported. Here's to living your best life at any age.